Pure Stock Heat number 1 rolling onto the racetrack, and here's how they line up. The number 21 is Brett Proctor in the All-Star Collision and Glass entry. To his outside, the 21C, Cole Madanyuk. Inside row 2, a well-traveled 16, that's Evan Schroeder. Outside of him, the 26 is Andrew Thomas, the Advanced Auto Repair, number 26. Row 3 is Roger Boisjoli inside in the 37. To his outside, the 44R of Rob Reese. On row 4, the 25 is Brad Wall. And outside, the 40 of Russ Reimer. And waving the green flag for our opening race of the day, that is Sarah Rambow, daughter of Trevor Rambow. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, boy, we got troubles already. Oh, man. What the? We got a car over the end. We had one almost roll over. There's a right rear wheel missing on one. And I'm not sure we had an official start there. Oh, boy, look at the Advanced Auto Repair, number 26. Missing a right rear wheel. Might be missing a left rear one, too, by looking at how low it is. Well, so I guess he can't be missing the left rear, too, because he drove this far.
Right.
Unless it's front-wheel drive. FWD or what?
Can't be.
Wrong end, buddy.
The only fortunate part about that is they've got all winter to fix it now.
Oh, they'll be. I wouldn't be surprised if you see them out in the B main here a little bit later.
Could be. There is a B main, of course, for the B mods and for the pure stocks tonight, so we'll watch for that. Now, in the B mods, we're actually going to take 20 cars to the B mod feature.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to do, we're going up 2 from yesterday, so we have 4 heats.
Why is that? Of
B mods. So we're going to take 4 out of each heat. That is 16. Then we're going to take 4 more out of the B main for the B mods. So we're going to race 20 cars. Little special treat for the fans at the end of the year.
Well, and last night we started 18 cars in the B-Mod feature, and it went very well. Only one yellow flag.
Absolutely.
So because it went so good, we're going to add some more cars to it. Great. Let's hope it's a positive experience.
Let's hope. Hey, lots of ice-cold beverages available at the vendor right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, ice-cold cans of beer. I'm ready for one of those. Well, maybe more than one, but... Well, we got our whole entire tow truck fleet working today. Greg's deck service is in the Greg's deck tilt deck service is in the infield. Hopefully we don't need to press him into service yet, but we're off to a roaring start, aren't we?
We are, yeah, no doubt about that. Lots of racing tonight. 8 classes, yes, 2 B mains.
Most certainly.
We are going to be busy tonight, Pat.
10 feature races, 2 Bs, and that's 6. No, yes, 2 B mains and 8 A mains later on tonight.
Right.
And 39 heat races.
Is that how many there are? I didn't count. 39?
No, I didn't count either. Now, we've been asked to make some housekeeping announcements. Number 1, you bought a seat. Sit in it. Please do not stand. The people that are behind and beside you would like to see the races as well. Number 2, there's no standing in the aisleways, please. Once again, people bought their seats. They want to sit and watch the races without looking at your backside. Number 3, there is no smoking in the grandstand area. Smoking is allowed in the gravel area, on the walkway on the concourse behind where we are here, behind the grandstands on the north side. So with those 3 things in mind, please stay seated. Please do not stand in the aisleways. That also blocks people's vision. And don't smoke in the grandstands. Is that about it?
I think so.
I think so.
Kids, don't forget about the candy toss happening at intermission behind the announcer's tower here. That is in the QX104 Family Fun Zone. That is your Dufresne Furniture candy toss for all our junior fans. Hey, Pat, while we got a second, of course, it is the end of the year, and we got to take a minute out and talk a little bit about this racetrack this year. You know, there's been a few nights it's been a little heavy, like last night. Maybe a little bit more water than some of the drivers like. Maybe got a little bit rough in turn 1 and 2, but for the most part, I think the track has been about as good as I've seen it on a regular basis in many years here at Red River Co-op Speedway. And I think we got to thank Blair Bodley and Cam McCall for getting this place. I mean, it's impossible to prepare a race car perfectly every night. I think it's just as hard to prepare a racetrack perfectly every night.
I think it's harder to prepare the racetrack, and you know, they have done a real good job, and thankfully, because after all, it is their job.
Right.
But they are doing a great job of it. And you're right. I mean, some guys like it dry, some guys like it a little heavy and a little wetter, but one thing in common, they all like it smooth, and it has been that most nights. So that is the biggest thing they're trying to achieve. I mean, you can put a little water on. Unfortunately, you can't take any off, but it's been very smooth, and I think they're really onto something this year. I think they've come onto a couple of little, you know, maintenance type things that's really helping helping how smooth it is, and the drivers appreciate it. Now, we started out with 8 cars here. We're down to 5.
I don't know if they're in the, well, they can. If you're in the pit area now, you're done, aren't you? You're in the heat races, so.
Yeah, you can't change a tire in the heat race. So, we're lined up and ready to go, and, oh. Okay, somebody tell me why we're not going.
Well, Pat, it looks like the tow truck is over the top of turn number 1, and I think it's a safety issue. I think they're getting out of the way over there in turn number 1, but that is why they just didn't want to turn them loose and have a car go over the end of turn 1, because, well, you just saw what happened in turn 4, so it's certainly possible.
Anything is possible. We just had the fence fixed, and last week someone went through it. So, oh, here comes the water truck. All right, I think we're ready to go racing. Already. Oh, apparently we're not ready yet.
Yellow lights are out, Pat. We're good to go. Wow. What do you got there, Carolyn? That doesn't look like a bacon cheeseburger to me. That's your appetite, yeah.
A big bowl of salad just to get started.
Wow.
Jeez.
She doesn't share. She won't share it.
How are we ready now? We don't have any hand towels to change, or...
Yeah, there's lots of work to do.
We possibly could delay this race with.
You enjoy yourself, Carolyn. Here we go,
Enjoy
Green.
your salad. Here we go. Brett Proctor in the 21 under attack immediately. Roger Boisley, who was to start 5th, moved up and started a little farther forward due to our collision on the opening lap. Boisley's running right around the bottom. Most drivers are at this point. Roger Boisley is your leader. He started in the 5th starting spot. .44 car is leading. That is Rob Reese, who started in the 6th starting spot. 44R, Rob Reese. Comes from 6th to 1st. The 37 of Roger Boisley at 2nd spot, but a little ways back. Hey, don't forget to get a 50-50 ticket today, folks. Last night we gave away $1,050. So we're hoping you'll get in on the draw today, and hopefully we'll give away 1,000 plus again this afternoon or this evening. This is the Canadian Classic, brought to you by Northern Meats, Odessa, Winnipeg, Transtech Industries, and Roll Enterprises. Two to go for Rob Reese and the 44R. So in this Pure Stock division, I believe we're taking the top 5 finishers out of each heat race to the feature, and the rest of the drivers will run the B feature to try and make it in that way. White flag in the air. Your leader's Rob Reese in the 44R. About a half a lap to go from where your leader is right now. Rob Reese in the 44R. At second spot, it's Roger Boisjoli, who looked early on like he was going to get this done. But how about a hand for your winner, everybody? Rob Reese in the 44R. Second spot goes to 5th place starter Roger Boisjoli. Third goes to the 40 car, who started 8th. That's Russ Reimer. And rounding out the top 4 is the 21. That's Brett Proctor. Oh, and rounding out the top 5, Evan Schroeder in the 16. Alrighty. Transtech Industries is home to one of Canada's largest automotive powertrain manufacturing centers. They provide a superior level of service that exceeds the industry standard. Find them online at transtechca.com.
I wanted to sell my old car, so I looked online for tips. I found lots of information, but some of it made me wonder if there wasn't a better way. I don't have too much extra time, and the thought of strangers coming to my house and asking for test drives, I just wasn't comfortable with the whole thing. Then I found Odessa Winnipeg, a professional company with lots of locations across Canada. The people at Odessa helped me figure out what my car was worth and did all the work to get it sold in their weekly auction. Fast, safe, and successful. That's selling your car with Odessa. Sell it fast, sell it safe at OdessaPublicAuctions.ca.
All right, getting ready to go now with Pure Stock Heat number 2 here at Red River Co-op Speedway on our final event of 2015. This event, of course, brought to you by Northern Meats and Roll Enterprises, along with Transtech Industries. Many thanks to all of those great companies, as well as Odessa Winnipeg. All right, so here we go. Your lineup in Pure Stock Heat number 2. Starting on the pole out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, the 3T is Trevor Rambo. Outside of row 1, in the second starting position, also out of Winnipeg, this is Bill Messier. Inside row 2, driving car number 44. This driver hails from St. Agathe, Manitoba. The driver's name is John Ford. Outside row 2, in the 4th starting position, this is the rookie Mike Wenham out of Winnipeg. Inside row number 3, in the 2T, he's won the last 2 features in this division. The 2T sponsored by MacDon. This is Derek Pollock out of Winnipeg. And outside of Derek in the 6th starting position. Outside row number 3 out of Ildashane is John Friesen. John driving the 3D car. And driving car number 1K, a former champion in the Pure Stock division. Inside row 4 in the 7th starting position. Out of Stony Mountain, Manitoba, the 1K is Kevin Delane. And rounding out the field, out of Miami, Manitoba, the 31D is Walter Hildebrand. So, 8 cars, Pure Stock Heat number 2. Green flag is out and we're racing. Well, the 3T of Trevor Rambo takes the lead. Of course, we had his daughter earlier waving the green flag in Pure Stock Heat number 1. Derek Pollock immediately moving up in the MacDon 2T. He has been rocket fast here at Red River Co-op Speedway. The sobering MacDon Painter Automotive 2T is in hot pursuit of the leader, Trevor Rambo. The 3T, Trevor Rambo, really getting pressure now from the 2T of Derek Pollock. Messier's in the 3rd spot. Here comes Kevin Delane doing a great job in the Aspen Fuels 1K. That guy knows how to get around the racetrack, no doubt about that. A seasoned veteran. Trevor Rambo, however, continues to lead. Bill Messier inching up on the 2T of Derek Pollock, who looked like he was going to lead this one for a little while. 5 laps remaining on the AIE Communications board. Rambo apparently now pulling away from the 2T of Derek Pollock. Pollock won the feature last night in this pure stock division, going away. The 1K sponsored by Aspen Fuels on the inside of corner number 4, challenging the Herman Auto Service 79 of Bill Messier. That's a great race for 3rd and 4th here in pure stock heat number 2. Great racing now for 2nd and 3rd as Derek Pollock being challenged by the Aspen Fuels 1K of Kevin Delane. Delane's got a line on the bottom of the racetrack, and Pollock not looking so good now up top there. 2nd spot now to the 1K. Bill Messier now challenging the 2T as Pollock drops back to the 3rd spot in the Sobering Auto 2T. The Herman Auto Service 79 still running 4th, Wenham 5th. And the 3D is 5th. 3D, of course, John Friesen out of Ile-des-Chênes. White flag is out, 1 lap to go here. Checkered flag is going to go to Trevor Rambo. 2nd spot is going to be the 1K of Kevin Delane, then the 2T. That driver is 3rd. Great racing in that pure stock race. A nice job by Trevor Rambo, who, well, looked like he was going to get passed by Derek Pollock early in the race, but managed to hold off a charging Pollock and ended up winning the race in the 3T.
All right, we told you a little bit ago about Pure Stock that's for sale. We want to remind you that the number 17 Pure Stock is for sale. It's a 77 Impala with a 360 cubic inch Chevy, a turbo 350, an 8.5 inch rear end. You can get it all for just $4 grand US. If you want to go down, stop down and have a talk with that driver, he's parked by the 2T at Derek Pollock. Here's heat number 3 in the Pure Stock division. Starting on the pole, the car number 3 is driven by Ethan Friesen, and to his outside, the 55 is Bryce Sexton. Inside row 2, the 30K, this is Brian Ballou. Outside of Brian, the 9 is the Ford Mustang of Les McRae. Inside row 3, a 15-year-old driver that's been racing Pure Stocks for 3 years. That is Casey Vargason driving the number 17, and to his outside, the only lady in this class, the Krista Mae Thomas, drives the 53X. And on the back, the 75 car in row 4 by himself, that is Ross Hudson. We're going back to racing. Top 5 finishers get A feature starting spots. Casey Vargason is from Edinburgh, North Dakota. Edinburgh, North Dakota. That's between Grand Forks and Devil's Lake on Highway 2. Or off Highway 2. Oh, we got one car sideways. The 30K was just about right sideways. Somehow he saved it. The 3 car, Ethan Friesen, out front looking pretty sharp. 15-year-old Casey Vargason is currently second, and he's closing in on the leader, but he's doing it slowly. Mind you, 5 laps to go, so he's got time. That's for sure. 3 to go is indicated on our AIE Bell scoreboard. White flag being shown to the drivers. That indicates that they are 1 lap from done. Now the top 5 get a main feature event starting spots. So the 5th place car right now is the 30K. And that is Brian Ballou. Here's your winner. How about a big hand for him, everybody? Ethan Friesen. And finishing second, 15-year-old Casey Vargason in the 17. And third goes to the Ford Mustang of Les McRae. 4th to the 53. That is Krista May Thomas. And rounding out the top 5, the 30K. That is Brian Ballou. I already had got him once. How have I done that twice? In any case, we're about ready to go down to, what do we got going on here now? We got Dynasty's Throw to the Throne. Oh, we got the 2-seater first. Louise is Louise is in the 2-seater. The driver today is Jamie Vernas. And you can buy this for the race fan in your family or just someone you want to give a